Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 95th Annual Chamber Banquet Awards. This year we're coming to you virtually. We wish that we could all be together in one location, but unfortunately, due to COVID, we're kind of restricted on what we do. But we are glad each and every one of you have tuned in, because this is our opportunity to talk about the people in our incredible community that do incredible things every day. And we cannot wait to get this thing going. So sit back, enjoy yourselves, and let's go. Right now, we'd like to take the time to thank all of our sponsors who could even make this event possible. Our presenting sponsor, Radiation Detection Company. Silver sponsor, Atmos Energy, Baylor Scott & White Health, Georgetown Commercial Properties, and our bank, and Rock Springs Hospital. Supporting sponsor is First Texas Bank. The Chamber currently has 7 platinum members. That's our highest level. And they're the following: City of Georgetown, Cook Walden Davis Funeral Home, Georgetown Behavioral Health Institute, Lorem Technologies, formerly Georgetown Rail Equipment Company, Radiation Detection Company, St. David's Hospital, Georgetown, and the Wesleyan. Now let's take a moment to hear from our presenting sponsor of the event, Radiation Detection Company.
At the end of last year, Dave Holden and I sold RDC to new owners. Many potential buyers have expressed an interest in purchasing RDC over the years, but we chose Ryan and his investors for a number of very important reasons. Ryan is a naval veteran, served for many years running radiation safety on nuclear submarines, so he had the technical qualifications to direct a dosimetry company such as RDC. Ryan's group has the investment capacity to grow RDC's market share over the coming years. Thirdly, and very important to us, Ryan is committed to staying in Georgetown with RDC so that our family of employees would not have to be concerned about a relocation. Ryan and his wife and 3 daughters have recently relocated here and have purchased a home here. Ryan is committed to our local business community and investment in many of the same charitable endeavors RDC has supported since we moved to Georgetown 7 years ago. So without any further ado, let me introduce you to Ryan Turk, the new CEO of Radiation Detection Company.
Thanks for that kind introduction, Barry. Hi everyone, my name is Ryan and I'm really excited to introduce myself to you today. I first want to express my gratitude for the warm welcome that you've shown me, my wife Kristen, and our 3 daughters in the short time that we've been in Georgetown. I'm humbled by the opportunity to lead RDC through its next chapter. Over its 70 years of history, RDC has become a leading company in its space, and that's been the result of an incredible group of employees that live here in Georgetown. In 2020, I embarked on a professional adventure to find and partner with a family-run business. And as a result, my wife Kristen signed up to move wherever that company might be. I still remember the day when I came home and I told Kristen about an exciting opportunity I had found in the radiation safety space. And like she had done before, she said nervously, "Where's the company located?" And I told her it was in a place called Georgetown in the hill country of Texas outside Austin. And Kristen's from Houston, and so from that moment on, she was a bigger proponent of RDC than even I was. All of that is to say that this new chapter of our life is certainly very professionally exciting for me, but I'm even more comforted and more excited about the opportunity to raise my family in this place and in this community. Thanks again for your welcome.
We have many wonderful elected officials that are here with us today. Normally we would stand or ask y'all to stand, give us an awkward wave, but we'll just do a virtual round of applause for each and every elected official who serve our community. At this time, I'd like to introduce Barry Lang, 2020 Board Chair, with a few remarks.
When RDC relocated to Georgetown almost 7 years ago, we did so determined to be involved, contributing members of our city, and in particular, the business and nonprofit sectors. We did so and were welcomed with open arms. In return, we invested our time and any skills we had in the community who had adopted us. That meant, for one part, joining the Chamber, and in time becoming involved on the Chamber board, and in 2020, being honored to serve as the chair of the board. Even at this event last February, we had no idea what the coming year had in store. 2020, what a year, huh? A year of discomfort, of uncertainty, of worry and fear. A year of isolation and canceled events and plans. A year of staying at home, of slowing down. A year of testing patience, changed priorities. And during this year, we learned there is so much more that we can do with less. A year that taught us we are stronger and more capable than we thought, especially when we work together. The Chamber staff has been so important to us in this past year. As I reflect on the year that was, I think of all the ways each of us had to pivot. That's everyone's favorite new word in 2020. No one pivoted more than the staff of the Chamber. But the community, the business community in particular, was served in a multitude of creative, meaningful, and tangible ways by our dedicated staff led by Jim Johnson. To my mind, Jim's leadership stood above the crowd, ensuring the Chamber's services to all who count on us remained uninterrupted by famine and pestilence. As a result, the Chamber not only survived but thrived during a year of worldwide economic challenges. The Chamber board has become close friends of mine. Despite the challenges, the board maintained a very high, almost 100% percentage of attendance at all board meetings, as well as all the various committees. I'd like to draw special attention to and give my thanks to the other members of the executive committee, all of whom became experts at Zoom, Teams, semaphore flags, any other way to communicate. Rita Healy, the past chair, Michelle Jarwisky-Webb, the 2021 chair, Karen Sladek, and Melinda Brasher. I'd also like to thank and recognize our outgoing board members, Derek McGill from Primerica, Todd Jackson of Halfin Associates, and Kim Mundy from Tassus. The real heroes of our program, the volunteers, are so important to what we do. The Chamber ambassadors and the too numerous to count committee members who continued the work of the Chamber in the most trying of circumstances, all while wearing masks. We recently lost a key member of our business community, a member of multiple workforce committees and chair of JEDCO and the Chamber's Manufacturing Alliance. Steve Bonenkamp. Steve was a great friend of mine and all of us, and his sincerity and intellect will be greatly missed, but I am confident that his vacant chair will be filled by others akin to those we recognize and honor today. I'd like to thank all of our members for their ongoing support over this past year, and it's my pleasure to pass the gavel to our 2021 board chair, Michelle Jarwisky-Webb.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Michelle Jarwisky-Webb, and I am the 2021 chairman of the board. So I wrote this amazing speech with jokes and a great opening story, but I can't hear y'all laughing, and they frown upon me adding a laugh track. So please forgive me if I laugh at my own jokes. Most of y'all know my story, but for those who do not, I own and operate Schlotzsky's here in Georgetown. I was raised here, and my parents still live in the same home we bought in 1984. I went to Rabbit Hill School, Zion Lutheran School, and then continued to Georgetown High School. I started at Schlotzsky's in '97 when it opened, and in 2007 I bought it from the Whitworths. So let's just say I'm happy my husband loves sandwiches because that's my specialty. I'm a very proud mother of a beautiful little girl, and I'm so excited to raise her here in Georgetown. I first want to start by thanking our 2020 chairman, Barry Lang, for his commitment to our chamber, and also to say thank goodness you got 2020 and not me. But seriously, thank you. And to the president and the staff of the chamber, you all did an amazing job pivoting and redirecting the chamber during 2020. I would love to introduce the other amazing people who are serving on the board with me. Executive Committee, Chair-elect Karen Sladek with Georgetown ISD. Immediate past chair, Barry Lang, Radiation Detection Company. Treasurer, Lori Saporsky with Better Bookkeepers. Secretary, Melinda Brazier, Georgetown Independent School District. The rest of the board of directors are Vice Chair, Create Member Value, Hugh Brown with St. David's Georgetown Hospital. Michael Douglas, Texas Science Education Foundation. Carlos Hernandez, Arthur Murray Dance Studio. Troy Hellman, Century 21, Hellman Stribling. Rita Healy with Sheraton Austin, Georgetown Hotel and Conference Center. Brian Jamison, Allstate Insurance, Jamison Agency. Kevin Kelly, South Star Bank. Jerry King, Cook Walden Davis Funeral Home. Vice Chair, Be the Voice of Business, Mark Lenhard, The Westland. Cindy Lewis, Airborne. Jerome Morales, Eagle Wings Home Improvement Services. Valerie Nicholson. Monica Ochoa, Georgetown Behavioral Health Institute. Rhonda Pritchard with Wolf Ranch Town Center. And Vice Chair of Advanced Community Excellence, Karen Sofker, All Things Kids. These amazing men and women are committed to making the Chamber thrive and continue success for our members. I would like to describe the Chamber the best way I know how, and that's as a sandwich. The bun is the Chamber. I'm just kidding. But the first thing I was told to do after buying was join the Chamber, and I'm so happy I did. Now, we already addressed the fact that I can make an amazing sandwich, but when it came to the business part, I was all lettuce and no meat. They happen to have a QuickBooks basic course at the Chamber at a Lunch and Learn, and it showed me what to look for and how to check the bookkeeper basically, and just being involved in that side of the business. In 2021, the Chamber is concentrating on businesses that need an advocate to help them make important decisions and give them more opportunities to get the facts on important legislation. Already in 2021, we brought you COVID tests sent by the governor to give our businesses the chance, if they chose, to test their employees, and without the price tag. We will distribute over 3,000 test kits and save businesses thousands of dollars in test cost. Expect several great learning sessions on how to help you digitally connect to your customers during this virtual age. And let's admit it, we confused more people as to if it's a Zoom, a hybrid, or an in-person meeting than ever before. Who hasn't been trying to find the Zoom link to a meeting and ended up being late because you didn't notice it was an in-person meeting until it was about to start? Guilty. Looking further into this year, we have some great new programs on the horizon, such as the new Women in Business program, the presentation of the Athena Award to an established female leader and mentor who assists women in reaching their full potential, demonstrates excellence, creativity, and initiative in their business or profession, provides valuable service by devoting time, energy, and improve the quality of life for others in the community. We're also introducing Restaurant Month to provide exposure to an industry that had a very challenging year. Lastly, we have a brand new award that will be given away later than this program called the Chairman's Service Award. I want to let you all know that our president and our wonderful staff at the Chamber have been working very hard to come up with amazing new programs and ways for all of the members to be involved with our offerings. This is the year to get involved and Zoom your way to the Chamber and get ready to hear. Can you hear me now? Michelle, you need to unmute yourself. And can everyone mute their lines? I can't wait to see you all virtually or in person at a safe distance, of course. Our program today will include multiple very deserving businesses and individuals. The Georgetown Chamber of Commerce is a non-for-profit organization who serves the business community through our mission to facilitate economic success for our community through advocacy, education, and collaboration. Our service is centered around helping businesses, but there are other parts of our community that need help, and we recognize that other organizations are providing mission-focused service and has been noted throughout this interesting year. This led to the Board of Directors to vote on introducing a new award this year, the Chairman's Service Award. The Chairman's Service Award will be presented annually to a 501c organization who is located in Georgetown and has had a positive influence and impact for Georgetown community and whose mission reflects and serves a community in needs. We know this is many of our organizations out there, but I am pleased to present the inaugural Chairman's Service Award today to an amazing grassroots organization that literally started with a man named Bob and a Chevy Aveo. He saw a need for the underserved in our community, and he filled it. Every year, this organization has grown and served more people each year. Just this past year alone, this organization has helped over 175 nights of emergency housing, over 42 prescription and medical bills paid, over 4,500 in rent assistance, and 2,000 in utility assistance, and each day they serve 120 to 180 brown bag meals. Plus, since March 2020, they delivered over 2,000 family grocery bags, which had groceries for a family of 4 inside. So I'm so honored to be a small part of this organization by donating sandwiches to them every month. And I'm so excited to present this award to the Helping Hands of Georgetown. I'm so proud of Bob and Ellen WEIMER and Rebecca Higgins and the 400 volunteers that make this organization what it is. Congratulations.
Good morning. My name is Bob WEIMER. I'm founder of the not-for-profit in Georgetown called Helping Hands of Georgetown. We have been residents here for about 20 years, and I was sitting around tables with many other good city organizers, and finally it came to me that because of the need that we have in our city, someone needed to put feet on the street and actually see face-to-face the people who we were talking about and trying to help.
We've grown from 12 brown bag lunches in 2016 when we started. We're now serving 600 brown bag lunches a week. We're partnering with 6 local restaurants and over 200 local volunteers. And we are serving 500 local families, primarily homeless, working poor, and all local Georgetown families. So we're very proud of our mission to serve and help the community grow, and always a hand up and never a handout. So truly, thank you for recognizing us and our work in the community, and we're so proud to keep this mission going. We are also serving now. We launched our mobile food pantry last year. So for those of you that don't know, we do have a mobile food pantry, now serving over 100 food pantry bags. And they're about 30 pounds of food per bag. So we're serving hundreds of pounds of food per week out into our local community. So we're proud to fuel food security and keep bellies full and families happy. So again, thank you so much.
So congratulations again to Helping Hands of Georgetown on winning the Chairman's Service Award the first year that it's out. So thank you all so much, and here's Jim Johnson, President and CEO of the Chamber.
Before I share some brief remarks, I want to formally recognize the staff at the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce. I feel confident they are the best in the business, and if you attend a program, in person or virtually, they are everywhere you look. They are more predictable than a milkman, and when allowed, you might say they are the heart of the organization and a hand to hold on to. Let's meet our 2021 Chamber staff. I want to reflect on 2020 and 2021 for our membership and community. At last year's banquet, I shared history of the organization and how it tied in closely with our current priorities. Our 2020 priorities centered around similar topics from the 1950s, and we explored additional ways to advocate for our businesses and be a unified voice and constant source of reliable information. But why? Why would we focus on similar issues 60 plus years later? Why wouldn't we excuse the buzzword, innovate, shift, away from the previous ways of doing things. For me, that creates an entirely different question. Why do we exist? Why did this organization get founded in 1947? Was it for parades, pageants, and parties, or to be a catalyst for business growth, a conveyor of leaders, or a champion for a stronger community? The latter is the answer. In a world of complicated phrases and terminology, I want to simplify our existence. We exist to help business. We always have. Programs, missions, values might change or tweak, but it's worth repeating. We exist to help business. This is a simple answer, but simplicity is complex. We help to make sure our businesses know the latest changes and regulations related to the pandemic and introduce Chamber Power Hour to make sure it was timely and questions could be answered. We help by providing opportunities for businesses to gain visibility, which leads to them making connections that enhance their credibility, and ultimately, if the process works, they obtain growth. We help by using our access to local leaders to help influence decisions to provide the resources our companies need for proper workforce development and a strong local economy. We help business. It's our purpose. It is why we were created. It is why we strive to be a leader and utilize our business mentality to find solutions that allow our members to compete in this global economy. So, as we gear up for 2021, know that we are here. We will help your business and look forward to a great 2021. With any organization, it takes volunteers to operate. From our board of directors to committees, the Chamber is dependent on servant leadership to continue in our mission. One special group is our ambassadors, who are key volunteers who sacrifice their time to attend Chamber events and ensure our members are welcomed and expectations are being met. We currently have over 40 members of the ambassadors. You see them at events when we can, helping with registration, holding the ribbon at ribbon cuttings, recruiting new members, and volunteer at all of our Chamber events. I know the staff will back me when I say our Chamber is special because of our ambassadors. I wish all the ambassadors could stand and be recognized, but we know you're out there and we appreciate what you do. In 2020, the ambassadors split into 4 teams in a friendly competition to see who could secure the most points. The 4 teams were Rising Stars, Soaring 20s, Crazy Connectors, and All About Ambassadors. The Rising Stars is being recognized as the team to secure the most points. Team Captain Steve Farnham, Gary Brown, Mitzi Merchant, Stephanie Blank, Steve Farnham, Ron Parks, and Roseanne Fisher all were part of the team and achieved the minimum points to be recognized today. Let's thank the Rising Stars for their hard work this year. At this time, I would like to introduce our 2019 Ambassador of the Year, Ann Miller, to introduce our 2020 Ambassador of the Year.
Being a Chamber Ambassador takes a special person. Not only do our ambassadors volunteer, our ambassadors warmly welcome and support new and current members of the Chamber. They actively recruit, dedicating their time, energy, skills, and knowledge to make a difference. As an ambassador, one must be enthusiastic, positive, and an outstanding example of the business community. This year's Ambassador of the Year is no exception. Pivoting through 2020, this amazing ambassador was not only a team captain, she continued recruiting new members and was recognized as Ambassador of the Month, as well as runner-up several times. Though she is not a native Texan, she and her husband got here as fast as she could. Please help me in congratulating our 2021 Ambassador of the Year and the other book Ann Kaiser with City Post, LLC.
Thank you. I am so excited. Georgetown inspired me. I moved here 3 years ago from California and decided to hang up my nursing cap and get to know my new community. And it started with an amazing business owner that got me involved in the great Chamber of Commerce. I love networking and hearing your stories of strength and creativity of old and new businesses. Amazing stories shared by business owners I found to be dedicated, resilient, determined, dreamers and doers, creative entrepreneurs. This list also describes the many ambassadors I have had the honor of working alongside to represent, promote, and support your businesses. A job I take very seriously and a job you make fun. Thank you to Georgetown and the many mentors I have had, especially to the entire staff of the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce and all of our outstanding ambassadors. You make this job a blessing. So go out and be inspired in Georgetown, Texas. I am every day.
Well, hello again. Please welcome Kent Cummings, our 2019 Volunteer of the Year, to introduce our 2020 Volunteer of the Year.
When I came to the awards banquet last year live with my family, and they got to the part where they said Volunteer of the Year, over 200 plus chamber volunteers, and I said, who are those people? I don't know any volunteers. And then they started reading the things that volunteers do, and OMG, one of them was me. See, I didn't think of myself as a volunteer. I'm a member that does things that are fun, that are productive, that I enjoy. And I'll bet you this year's winner feels the same way. So our volunteer joined in 2019. And it wasn't long before we started seeing this member at regular events like Lunch and Learn and Business Network Lunch, and then at special events like the bridal show, the golf tournament. And this member got really involved in the very beginning in the ambassador program. In fact, so involved, he had so many points by the end of the year that this member was asked, would you consider being a team captain in 2020? And they graciously accepted, not knowing what was going to happen in 2020. Yes, the pandemic made it one of the most difficult chamber years ever, and yet this member was able to rally the troops, was able to keep his team members on task and interested and involved, and make sure that the ambassador program remained viable during the pandemic. And if that wasn't enough, well, this member decided to become co-host of Lunch and Learn. And as co-host of Lunch and Learn, this member was very helpful in looking through and finding out who are the best speakers, what are the best topics to enrich members' economic success. Well, if you're a co-host of Lunch and Learn, might as well be a co-chair of the annual golf tournament, right? And as you might expect, this member jumped right in, started looking for major sponsors. Would you believe $4,000 worth? And some of those sponsors admitted they wouldn't have even sponsored if it hadn't been for the persistence of reaching out of this particular member. And that wasn't enough. Also formed a team to play and encouraged other people. As a result of this, the annual golf tournament during the pandemic was just about as effective as the previous year. Absolutely amazing. Now, if you've been involved in the ambassador program, if you've been to Lunch and Learn, and if you helped plan the golf tournament, I bet you already know who we're talking about. Yes, please join me in congratulating the 2020 Georgetown Chamber of Commerce Volunteer of the Year, Steve Farnham.
Wow, I am just amazed that I was selected for this honor as Volunteer of the Year. I have to, first of all, thank my mentor, Ann Miller, because if there was ever an example of a volunteer for the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce, it was Ann Miller, and she taught me everything I know. Also like to thank the Chamber staff, Jim Johnson under his leadership, and all of the workers in the staff who have done such a great job during this pandemic year of 2020. And finally, I want to thank my wife, Sherry, for all of her support as I went gallivanting around the city attending all of these events this year. So thank you very much.
It's my distinct pleasure to welcome Karen Sofker, All Things Kids and Scoops, the 2019 Small Business of the Year winner, to present the 2020 Small Business of the Year Award.
This year's Small Business of the Year is a locally owned and operated business that opened 2 stores within 18 months, showing a strong commitment to Georgetown. By featuring local products, the company has helped other small businesses to develop a market here in our city. In 2020, the owners of WAG Heaven were chamber ambassadors and leaders of the Chamber Circle for Businesses in their first 3 years of operation. They also stepped up to silver membership in the chamber. Their belief in community involvement has been shown through their support of numerous nonprofit organizations and local animal shelters. The company provides free foods to foster pet parents and those in need. They have successfully raised funds for and contributed to the Williamson County and Georgetown Animal Shelters, Playful Child Foundation, Georgetown Rotary Club's Field of Honor, Georgetown High School, Eastview High School, Downtown Georgetown Association, and the Sun City Pet Club. They also encourage special education high school students to spend time at their stores, developing their social skills along with therapy dogs from the local Pet Partners Therapy Animal Program. This business works closely with the Williamson County Sheriff Canine Department and the Georgetown Fire Department by providing pet foods. Sometimes training sessions are conducted at one of their stores. We all know that locally owned and operated businesses play a vital role in the prosperity of our community, and Jeff and Jusac continue to show their Georgetown pride through their contributions to the Georgetown community. Please help me in recognizing this year's Small Business of the Year, WAG Heaven.
Hi, hello. You know, as Asian, as first generation immigrant and gay, we're gay? You know, we are so honored to be recognized by our peers.
It takes a lot of people too, to have made everything happen, like our staff.
Especially Marissa Mendoza and Alex Craig.
And the community, we have the rescue agencies like the
Georgetown Animal Shelter, Wilco Animal Shelter, Georgetown Animal Outreach. And specifically, we also want to thank the Sun City Pet Club. You know, we as a pet community has been so saddened by the loss of its president, Tom Olson. So we would like to dedicate this award to Tom Olson.
Yes.
You know, both Tom and Ruth have been such an amazing support, you know, to us and to the pet community here in Georgetown.
And then we would also like to say a big thank you to the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce for all their support, the City of Georgetown and the support from the city staff, and a special shout out too to the Arts and Culture Board for this wonderful mural that we have on the side of our building.
So thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, what can I say about Dr. Fred BRENT, Georgetown Independent School District Superintendent, last year's Large Business of the Year, to introduce 2020 Large Business of the Year.
Hello, I'm Fred BRENT, Superintendent of Georgetown ISD. This year's Large Business of the Year began in 1962 as a community collaboration of the Methodist Church, the Williamson County Sun, the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce, and the citizens of Georgetown to be the first in the city to provide for the aging. Since then, they have grown with Georgetown and the region to now offer a full continuum of care: independent living, assisted living, memory care, skilled nursing, care at home, and hospice. Along the way, they became a top employer in Georgetown, employing over 600 individuals. In December of 2019, they expanded their footprint in Georgetown when they purchased and assumed management of a rehabilitation care center. For 57 years, this winter has been a trusted provider of senior care with a mission of providing high-quality care, services, and programs to the residents of Georgetown and neighboring communities. This acquisition enables the organization to meet its goal to bring skilled services and support to its larger campus located off Williams Drive. As we all know, COVID-19 has created many challenges, especially for this organization. Constantly changing regulations and numerous safety precautions have led to long work days as staff work through the logistics of keeping the seniors in their care COVID-free. This effort has aided our community in ensuring that we stay safe during these challenging times. Please help me in congratulating the Wesleyan on being selected as the Georgetown Chamber's Large Business of the Year.
My name is Mark Lenhard, and I have the incredible privilege of serving as the President and CEO of the Wesleyan. It is an honor to accept this recognition for Large Employer of the Year on behalf of the Wesleyan, and to give our thanks to the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce. Every day, it is my privilege to work with the most incredible, service-minded caregivers I have ever known. Their kindness, compassion, and dedication was already well established in this community. But the immense challenges of this last year has revealed the depth of their commitment to their calling and highlighted their heartfelt concern for those we serve. I have witnessed amazing selflessness over many months, which has necessitated an all hands on deck all the time. At the Wesleyan, we firmly believe that our teammates are at the core of our ministry's success. Hand in hand with that success is the strong relationship the Wesleyan has built from its very beginnings nearly 60 years ago with Georgetown. We believe that what makes the Wesleyan senior living and healthcare community stand apart is the passion, purpose, and possibility expressed by the residents who call the Wesleyan home, the teammates who work here, our generous donors, board members, volunteers, and of course, the supportive community within which we serve. It is through them and you that the Wesleyan can remain faithful in our commitment to make your abundant life our ministry. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Laura Trombley from Southwestern University to introduce the Martha Diaz Hurtado College Town Award.
I'd like to welcome everyone, and I'm so glad that you could be with us today. We're here to celebrate an individual who represents the best of who we are in Georgetown and at Southwestern University. This is an individual who practices caring, commitment, and community. And this year, I have the privilege of presenting her with the Martha Diaz Hurtado College Town Award. This award was created in 2006 to celebrate residents of Georgetown whose exemplary efforts have enhanced the college town environment for students, staff, and faculty. Before honoring this year's recipient, whom I've met and think so highly of, I just want to pay tribute to the individual for whom this award is named. This very special person, Mrs. Martha Hurtado. Martha was employed at Southwestern University for over 20 years, and she and her family have made an incredible impact at the university, and she is still beloved by many. As a first-generation college student, this year's award recipient is one of my heroes. She started at Southwestern University in the fall of 1970 and attended through the spring of 1972 before leaving to raise a family and to work. She then returned 20 years later in 1992 to complete her degree, which she received in 1997, and then went on to earn her Master's of Fine Arts from Vermont College of Norwich University in 2000. A role model for us all. She is an accomplished artist, and she has exhibited her work in Georgetown, Austin, Dallas, and Atlanta. I'm very proud to share that this year Southwestern University has collaborated with her, and she has created an art piece especially for Southwestern University that we are most proud to present to our community. And it pays tribute to the people, places, and traditions that define Southwestern. She is also engaged in a number of activities and events to create an environment of racial inclusion and tolerance throughout the Georgetown community, including the creation of a stunning mural entitled Preserving History that is now part of Georgetown's City Hall. And she's currently working with 3 other artists on yet another mural. Murals happens to be just one of her many specialties when it comes to the creative arts, that celebrates diversity, inclusion, equity, and belonging that will be located at the Georgetown Arts Center. It is my honor to present the 2021 Martha Diaz Hurtado College Town Award to Norma Jean Clark.
To Southwestern University, President Trombley, faculty, staff, administration, and students, Thank you for selecting me to receive the Martha Diaz Hurtado Collegetown Award. I am honored to have my work recognized in this way. I am overwhelmed with gratitude to be selected for this award. It means so much to me that the work that I am so passionate about resonates with others. It is a blessing, and I am thankful to God for being able to walk down this path. I would like to thank Dr. Ron Swain for his thoughtfulness and helpful nature. He was the senior advisor to former SU President Schrum. He introduced me to Terry Johnson, Assistant Dean for Multicultural Affairs at SU. She invited me to have a solo exhibit at SU's 50 Years of Black Excellence program, and she exposed me to other opportunities with other campus organizations. The organizations are Office of Diversity Education and the Coalition for Diversity and Social Justice and the Diversity Fund Task Force. Thank you to those organizations which have commissioned and supported my work. Also, thank you to Amanda Steele, who is on the Arts and Culture Board for the City of Georgetown, for the opportunity to paint murals in town to reach more people in a new and greater way. Next, I would like to thank Professor Victoria Starr Varner, who was my advisor, teacher, and mentor while at Southwestern. After a 20-year absence, I returned as a wife and mother, a non-traditional student. It was my intention to get my Bachelor of Arts degree and walk off into the sunset, but Starr had other ideas, and I'm so glad that she did. She provided me with inspiration over the years and encouraged me to attend graduate school. She constantly believed in me and my work. I applied and received my Master's of Fine Arts degree. Importantly, I thank my family, my parents for their care and support while I pursued my love of art, my husband for his encouragement and support, my children for their encouragement and help, believe it or not, with homework as I pursued my SU degree and art career. Southwestern has been an important part of our lives since I was a little girl. My father, now deceased, was employed at Southwestern for 45 years. I know that he would be so proud. My daughter was also an SU student and is now serving others as a lawyer. I am honored to be recognized for making an impact on this college town and for making it more inclusive to all members of the community, as well as the Southwestern campus. I am humbled and appreciative to receive the Martha Diaz Hurtado Collegetown Award. Thank you so much.
Oh, please welcome to this, well, it's not a stage, but here we are, Stephanie Featherstone from State Farm Insurance, 2019 Citizen of the Year, to introduce the 2020 Citizen of the Year winner.
Hello, my name is Stephanie Featherstone, recipient of the 2019 Citizen of the Year Award. Receiving this award was an incredible honor, and I am still humbled and forever grateful for this recognition. This quote describes how I want to be seen. Your smile is your logo, your personality is your business card, and how you leave others feeling after an experience with you becomes your trademark. I have the distinct honor of presenting our 2020 Citizen of the Year, whose trademark has truly impacted our community. Back in March, when small businesses around the Georgetown Square were struggling from unplanned and temporary closings due to the pandemic, this person shared their gift of artistry by painting the facades of each of the businesses, selling the paintings, and promoting the paintings online. This person's efforts and countless donated hours painting and posting through social media helped many businesses stay afloat during tough economic times. It also generated positive attention for Georgetown in the local news. In total, this person painted 60 buildings and raised $11,500. This person was instrumental in proceeds received from a poster created featuring the Georgetown businesses as a series. The funds will be donated to the Georgetown Main Street Facade and Sign Reimbursement Grant Program. The winner also used their talents to paint the historic Southwestern buildings and donated those profits to a scholarship fund for students needing assistance. This person is passionate about supporting small businesses and preserving the treasures of Georgetown. That passion was again reflected when this person partnered with the Preservation Georgetown and put together a virtual home tour video, an enormous amount of work that archives and honors the history of our town. And yet, when there's still more that can be done, this person continues to give back, chairing the Resource Development Committee for the Playful Child Foundation, a nonprofit that fosters creativity and health through play. This person's goal is a children's memorial park and playground in Georgetown. And without further ado, join me in congratulating Rachel Hancock, our 2020 Citizen of the Year.
This is absolutely incredible. Being nominated brought back memories of my parents celebrating my every achievement, big or small. Straight A's? Let's go get some ice cream, they said. Attendance award? Let's go to Toys R Us. I was thrilled that my little accomplishments made them proud. I'm delighted to have been nominated because of my work with the Art with Heart project. Thank you for nominating me. It means I succeeded in bringing a bit of happiness to our community during a challenging time. But I must say, I only provided the artwork. It was you, it was our community that stepped up and actually made this such a success. Thank you for supporting the Art with Heart fundraiser. I feel incredibly thankful. Thankful for my friends that I reached out to for advice. Thankful for Marcus over at Minuteman, who played a major role in the success of the fundraiser. And thankful for my daughter, who helped me stuff envelopes. And I'm thankful for my husband. I can remember sitting at the dining room table. The idea of developing a fundraiser was still fresh on my mind. And I asked him, what do you think? And he said, go for it. It's an honor to be amongst some of the greats of our community who have won awards at the Chamber annual banquet, like Stephanie and Vicki, Michelle, and Barb. A couple of quotes come to mind as I conclude. Morgan Freeman said, how do we change the world? One random act of kindness at a time. Mom and Dad said, let's go get some ice cream. Thank you.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, what can we say about 2020? You know, it was an incredible year, but I'm not gonna lie, I think we're all glad that it's over. 2021 hasn't started out real smooth, but you know what? I anticipate great things happening because great things happen because of you and because we live here in Georgetown. So thank you, each and every one of you, for what you do, what you bring to this community. From the bottom of our heart, thank you and we love you. Again, we would like to thank our sponsors, presenting sponsor, Radiation Detection Company, our silver sponsors, Atmos Energy, Baylor Scott & White Health, Georgetown Commercial Properties, our bank, and Rock Springs Hospital. Supporting sponsors, First Texas Bank. Again, a big round of applause to each and every one of our sponsors. Thank you for making this possible. Don't do anything. Just stand there and look pretty. I'll stand here and go, Roland applauds elected officials.
The perks of being a board chair, you get the laugh track at the end.
Turn around and say, oh, me? Yeah.
I was like, I'll just keep championing through it. I ain't stopping.
Shut up, Jim.
This looks great.